welcome to the Galactic Mind Weather Report. So today I'm coming to you in the center of the 13-day Red Earth Wavespell. So this is 13 days really dedicated to the evolution of our capacity to listen to the synchronicities. Synchronicity, often known as happenstance or coincidence. Synchronicity is when, these different aspects of our lives begin to synchronize in an unseemingly connected manner. Now, synchronicity doesn't work off your traditional logic, but that's when you look at it from a very bland 3D perspective. Now, the Red Earth, so this is 13 days of evolving our capacity to listen to synchronicity, to be able to help navigate our way forwards in life through listening to these subtle cues that show themselves in our lives. You're thinking about someone and they happen to call at that same time. It's often a good sign that you're synchronized with that person. Your thoughts were picking up on their thoughts and you're connecting before the call even happens. Or you're driving along and you see a number plate, and the number plate, it's a number or it's a word or something which is really relevant to what you're thinking about in that moment. So that synchronicity really sparks up a kind of an extra awareness or understanding about what you were thinking about. It brings you really present to go, there's something important in what you were just thinking about. Pay attention. So these synchronicities, they're actually happening in our life all the time. And so today, the center of this 13 days of the Red Earth Wavespell is the blue resonant night. Now, as I've mentioned a lot of the time in these Mid-Wavespell reports, the center day, the resonant tone, whatever archetype falls on this resonant tone, is responsible for bringing us back into alignment with the original purpose of the Wavespell. So in this case, the blue resonant night is responsible for helping us reconnect to the purpose of the Red Earth, to reconnect to how we navigate our way forwards. So when you open this up and you begin to explore and contemplate what does the blue resonant night represent and how is it helping, I started thinking about this analogy of using the radio dial on your radio, or the old transistor radios and the old radios of the past, not so much the digital ones these days. But like say you got the FM channels, here in Australia we have 92.1 FM, 92.9, 96 FM, 99.3. You've got all these radio stations, different frequencies that they're operating on. Now, all of those frequencies of the radio station are coming right past me right now. I can't hear them with my ears, but if I use a special device, a radio, that's designed to receive these kinds of signals, I can tune that radio device, and it uses a form of crystal to change the frequency it's listening to. And as you change that frequency, I can tune into different bandwidth. So I can listen to 92.9, which is a very commercial radio station here in Australia. So I could tune it to 92.9. Now my awareness using that tool of the radio is tuning into 92.9. I'm going to get nothing but that kind of commercial radio coming through to my ears. But what I can do is I can actually tune that radio station, for example, to 97.7, which here in Australia or here in Western Australia is a classical radio station. So much more classical music. So if I'm in the mood for classical, I tune it to 97.7. And now all I get coming through that radio is something aligned with that frequency. So why am I saying this? Well, if you think about the way we move through our lives, synchronicity is happening at all times, but the question is, what frequency band are you tuning your receiver to? And the blue night is all about tuning your receiver to the dream, to your higher dream, to that higher aspect perspective that you are bringing into this world. All of us have had a taste in some extent or another, whether we believe it or not is another question, but all of us have had a taste of something greater than what we have now, something incredible, a beautiful way of living, an incredible potential for planet Earth, for timeship Earth. That's the dream, it's like the indigenous people of Australia. They have this beautiful understanding of the dream time. And all their mythology would that the planet came from the dream time. And I really like this idea that You know, something is first dreamt up in the mental sphere before it can be brought down and stepped down into a physical manifestation. And so, in order to be able to navigate our evolution through synchronicity, we need to stay connected to the right radio station with our minds. And in the current global technosphere that we are filled with distractions, we're filled with fear propaganda, and we're filled with all this stress and hustle and bustle that's constantly pushing and provoking and pulling us around, that makes it very hard to stay tuned into that higher dream. It's very easy right now to fall under the pressure of all of these provocative kind of fear frequencies that are coming around, this lack mentality that's beginning to surface. The irony is that it's basically just the collective purging those aspects. You know, when you pop a zit, it's got to squirt somewhere. But once it's done, it's done. And so we're kind of going through this collective purging. And so the key now is not to tune your radio, your mental mind, not to tune that to the purging. You know, you'll see it all around you. There'll be synchronicity will show you those things and those events and those places that don't resonate with your path anymore. There's no judgment here. It's just, where are you belonging? Where are you here to synchronize? And by doing your work every day, you know, especially during these challenging times, to keep on bringing yourself back, connecting to your heart, connecting to this higher perspective, this dreaming, you know, this beautiful potential that you feel in your heart is possible, and not letting the fear pull you away from it. That in turn really helps you to hear the synchronicities, the signs that will guide you in the direction towards that dream. And it means that you tune your radio to the synchronicities that are essential for you to get to where you want to be. But if we get caught up in the fear, then we're going to see the signs that will lead us that way. So the Blue Resonant Night, which is guided by the Blue Resonant Eagle, the galactic mind signature of Alexander Supertramp, is really about exploring our reality to see what is part of our future and what parts need to be released, to be purged, to let go of, so that we can stay connected to our dream, fiercely questioning anything that steps in our way to say, is this part of the journey towards my dreaming? Or is this a distraction? Is this fear porn propaganda that is just coming in and causing turbulence in my life, that I'm giving it power? And then make a choice, a conscious choice, as to whether you want to tune your synchronic radio station, if you want to listen to the synchronicities of the madness, or you want to tune into the synchronicities of your dreaming and be fearless in your pursuit of your dreams. The pathway will have challenges. There will be obstacles. We are here to have the hero's journey, not to escape it. And it's challenging. And part of the hero's journey is to be called out by something mysterious, mystical in our lives, and to resist that call. That's one of the first parts of any hero's journey, is to resist the call. And many of you right now might feel that. You might feel a calling to something greater, something more, and you won't even know what it is, but you can just feel it. That's your dreaming. And that resistance to answer that call is the fear. But just keep an eye out for the next 7 days and look for synchronicities. Look for the right people, the right synarchy of team that come to join you and help you, because help is on its way. But in order to receive that help, you have to open your heart. You have to be ready for it. You have to open your mind and tune into the right frequency so that you can connect with those people, those events, those places that are here to help get you to your dream. So these are tough times, you know, but with these tough times, we're going through waves all together, but the highs are incredible, and it's going to continue like this for a while. We're going to go through really intense troughs of challenge. They're an opportunity to really hone your strengths, to hone the inner warrior and stand strong, and to reconnect with your dreaming. and then you'll rocket forward. Because when we create that tension in a bow, for example, we create tension and resistance, and then when you let go, that's when the arrow flies straight. But it takes the courage to pull it tight, the strength and the inner discipline to pull it tight and hold it tight and know the timing. And it takes a deeply sensitive, intuitive ear to listen to the synchronicities around you, to know when the right time to take action is. And if you can mix that power, that discipline, and that compassion, and the listening, then as you fire your arrows in life, every action that you take will take you one step closer to your dreaming. So enjoy the Red Earth Wavespell. Go easy on yourself. Spend time in nature. Connect to the earth. And slow down, no matter how hectic it is around you. And with all my love, I'll see you in the next Wavespell, which will be the Wavespell of the White Dog. Love and compassion and loyalty. In Lakesh, all my love.